Now let's talk about DW All Fired Up, which is episode 52A. And here's our other special guest, DW. Thank goodness I'm safe from that fire drill. DW, 1, fire drills can't hurt you. And 2, it's summer break. Oh yeah. Now let's get started. So this episode starts out with DW sleeping. The alarm went off and Mom entered the scene to wake her up because it was time for school. Yeah, school! Anyway, the scene transitions to DW eating her breakfast really fast. Well, I didn't want to be late. I'm sure you didn't. Anyway, I told the viewers that DW really loves school. She gets to play on the playground, sing songs, and have a pumpkin muffin. Then I told the viewers that I remember a time when DW didn't think school was so great. So the scene transitions to Mom picking her up and DW says she couldn't go to school again. After the title card was read, Ms. Morgan told the preschool class that they would have their first fire drill. In the imagination sequence, Ms. Morgan used a literal fire drill to make something. Back to reality, she explained that a fire drill was a plan to get out of school safely in case there's a fire. That's when DW got scared. First, the class practiced lining up quickly and quietly. Never take anything with you. Then the scene transitions to the class practicing the stop, drop, and roll exercise. This is for when your clothes catch on fire. DW was really scared now. She wanted stuff cleared up. Ms. Morgan told her they would talk about fire safety all week. Then the scene transitions to my family outside. DW was so scared she thought the flame from the barbecue grill was laughing evilly at her. I asked her if she wanted lemonade, but she kept moving. Why, DW? Because I was so focused on the flames. Oh. Anyway, the scene transitions to DW trying to sleep. All of a sudden, the smoke alarm went off. It turned out there was no smoke. It was just DW testing them out. Then everyone went back to bed. In DW's bad dream, though, she saw real-life fire. Back to reality, she woke up. Then the scene transitions to DW saying that she didn't feel good even though she was faking. Mom said that she could stay home since she was up all night with the smoke alarms. I, on the other hand, had to go to school because I had a math test. Then the scene transitions to Tommy and Timmy Tibble taking a walk. DW went to see them and asked if the fire drill was today. It wasn't. Then the scene transitions to Mom driving DW to school. She did not want to go because of the fire drill. In my opinion, fire drills are stupid. But important. I guess. Anyway, DW went into the school. Then the scene transitions to Miss Morgan explaining protection from fire by putting a wet towel over your head. Also, it's important to stay close to the floor, away from the smoke. I was not part of the class, though. I was outside. Anyway, the scene transitions to Mom and Dad talking about how DW was really afraid. That gave Dad an idea. The scene transitions to DW covering her eyes until she got to the kitchen. Dad surprised her with a red fireman's hat. She was officially appointed as a fire warden. Then the scene transitions to my family practicing fire drills. Then the scene transitions to DW seeing what looked like smoke. In reality, it was steam because I was taking a shower. Then the scene transitions to DW with a wet towel over her head. I tried to comfort her that I was scared about my first fire drill too, but that conversation didn't go so well. Then the scene transitions to Mom driving DW to school. She told her everything will be fine. Then the scene transitions to DW in school looking at the clock. I really wanted to get out of school fast. I bet. Anyway, as DW and Emily played with blocks, the fire alarm went off. It was a fire drill. Everyone lined up and walked out of the classroom. Everyone but DW was worried. Tommy even thought he smelled smoke. Then the scene transitions to everyone outside. They had completed their first fire drill. It turned out it wasn't so bad. I told her. Then the scene transitions to DW at home. She declared that she was okay and that it was just a fire drill. She even asked for a cookie. And that's how the episode ends. I deserve that cookie for my bravery. I guess. Well, that's Arthur's School of Hard Knocks. Now let's talk about each episode as a whole. What did you think of Arthur versus the Very Mean Crossing Guard, Buster? Well, Arthur, I thought this episode was pretty good. It taught me something. Never fool anybody if it's going to scare him or her. Right. What about Buster Makes the Grade? What did you think of that? Well, I thought this was a classic Buster episode. Like I said, I am very proud of myself. You should be. Now what about DW All Fired Up? What did you think of that? Well, to tell you the truth, I was scared for DW throughout this whole episode. I mean, nobody wants to suffer through a fire drill. True, but sometimes things that you don't want to do have to be done for safety reasons mostly. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank Brain, Buster, and DW for coming onto our show. I would also like to thank Buster again for helping me out with this podcast. Finally, I would like to thank you for listening. See you next time.